Hi everyone, this is Akash sir, and it's seriously been a long time since I've seen you all. I'm trying to explain to you how some of these algorithms work. Now, I understand that each and every one of you has at least tried going through the programs that I have sent you all. In case you haven't, then please go through this particular video, it's going to help you. Now, we have a lot of programs in our syllabus. However, today I'm going to start off with a program which you won't be applying or you won't be submitting as a part of your assignment. But this program is quite crucial as it is going to help you to deal with other programs. Now, which program am I talking about? The program to find out the connected components present inside a graph. The question is, how can we find out the various number of connected components which are present in the graph? Let's have a look. Say this is the graph which has been given to you as input. Now, how many connected components do you find in this graph? 1, 2, 3, as well as 4. The question is, how do we count the number of connected components if we are not applying BFS or DFS? So, the idea behind this algorithm is really simple. What we do is, we take each and every vertex and consider them to be a separate set. Then, we start processing each edge one at a time. The moment we come across a particular edge, we will merge the sets containing the corresponding vertices. Let's have a look. The very first edge that we come across right now is the edge BD. This is the edge that we are talking about. Originally, B and D were vertices which were kept in separate sets. Now, once we traverse this particular edge, we merge these two sets in order to obtain one single set. The remaining 9 sets remain as it is, but B and D are combined to give you one set. Next, we traverse the edge EG. This is the edge being traversed. Therefore, what we do is that we take the set of containing E, we take the set containing G, and we simply merge them, as we can see over here. Next up, we have AC. This is the edge we are talking about. We merge the set containing A along with the set containing C in order to obtain the set A, C. With HI, we merge HNI into a single set. Now, this is where things get interesting. We are now going to traverse the edge A, B. Now, A is a part of the set AC, B is a part of the set BD. Since we are traversing A, B, what we are going to do is we are simply going to merge them together, thereby giving us a single set which is ABCD. The remaining sets are unchanged. Then we have E, F, so we merge the set containing E with the set containing F in order to obtain EF and G. Finally, we have B and C, but since B and C already belong to the same set, there is no need for me to merge any of them. At the end of the day, how many sets are we left with? We are left with a total of 4 sets. A, B, C, D are present inside one single set. That's your first connected component. E, F, G is present inside the second set, which is your second connected component. HI is basically your third set, which is your third connected component, and the vertex J is present inside my fourth set, which is my fourth connected component. So as you can see, what we have done is we have been able to count the number of connected components simply by processing all the edges one at a time, merging the corresponding vertex sets, and finally, after we have traversed each and every edge, we finally obtain the count of our connected components. That's all for this video. In the next video lecture, I'm going to show you how this merging is done. Thank you.